Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. My brain tried to do a somersault there. This is episode 335. We are in the city of Iz. We're doing it.
Should I?
We've rescued question mark Queen Galfrey. We lost Tirabate. Very sad. We defeated Tarindalev. Also really sad.
Let's see what we can do.
It's the big sad.
Here we go.
So now we're trying to see if maybe we can go find some.
I finished here. Is there more?
I can handle it.
I don't like the fear mechanics in this game. Like, I really do not like the fear mechanics in this game. Like, this is ludicrous, right? Like, enemies should have, like, a leash range or something. Like... We walked into a place, we walked into here, and we ran all the way through here. All the way through... Wow. That's fucking over the top. Way over the top. I'm not a fan of that. It is way faster than turn-based, though. And that's basically our modus operandi right now. I've really enjoyed playing the game, but I don't want to artificially lengthen the game by playing turn-based. Except for, like, major battles. Major battles, I'm still interested. Basement?
Help where I can.
Alright, we're just gonna go over here. We're gonna get involved in a whole, like, whole nother set of, like, 30 fucking rooms, aren't we? Oh.
I will prove my worth. Something is not right here. I enjoy our travels. I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was useful to you.
Is adamantine golem. Oh, well, that's gonna be a whole lot of fuckery. Cool.
You call?
Clearly forged by the denizens of Old Sarkoris long before the demonic evade.
A bright future awaits us.
The struggles never cease. I'm trusting you.
Oh, you know.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Wrath of the Creator. Construct Bane. Interesting. This +5 Keen Construct Bane Dwarven Urgrosh. Jeez. Grants its wielder a +6 insight bonus on initiative rolls. Nice. Increases base speed by 10 feet. Very nice. And grants a +2 dodge bonus to AC against huge and bigger enemies. That's actually really nice as well. Construct Bane is pretty cool. Keen is nice. Construct Bane doesn't, I think, happen too terribly much, but it just happened.
Is there more?
Wow, this is very, like, depth. Remains of an unknown warrior exude a holy aura. His death at the hands of the demons were the martyrs. Okay. Bounce. Go ahead and get on underway. They're going. I've never really understood why those spell effects like repeatedly trigger. Like what's causing them to trigger necessarily. Like
Beautiful.
it's always been a wild situation to me. Oh, you know. Check what this mobility is real quick. Otis, you barely have space for your face. You put it there. You putting it there.
Let's see what we can do.
Ah, Dimension Door. Volcanic Storm. That's fun. Okay, very cool. Very neat. Much wow. Oh joy, these Dyrachne soldiers are just fleeing.
Rely on me.
That actually did do a lot of damage to us, but most of the damage was dealt through the Devastator and Balor's death explosions, which are kind of whatever. You know? Great Club of Sacred Cinders. Great Club of Sacred Cinders is +5 Incinerating Disruption. Whenever the wielder of this +5 Incinerating Disruption Great Club lands a hit on an undead enemy, the enemy suffers from Holy Flame for 3 rounds. Holy Flame deals 1d6 holy damage per round, applies a -2 penalty on all saves, and also applies -2 20 penalty on all saves against disruption. In addition, this great club grants its wielder a plus 12 competence bonus on more religion checks. Okay, cool. So, a lot of stuff. Very anti-dead weapon. Damn. Okay.
Here we go.
Alright, well, looks like we need to go back towards this scenario. Actually, right here would be the best place to go. Basement. I think it's onwards to Discari at this point. Right?
Together we stand.
No. I think we're doing it.
Beautiful.
Alright, we're gonna save. We're gonna quick save because the assumption is there's gonna be some big conversation prior to Discari, right? I'm sure Discari is gonna want to say a whole bunch of shit. And we're probably gonna lose the first time. Maybe not, but probably gonna lose the first time. So let's see how this all goes down. Discari.
You are bad at pretending to be uninterested, imposter. I know you came down from heaven and even scooped to a conversation with that flighty killer Nocticula, the Crusader goddess, and the Lady in Shadow. So that is how far you are willing to go to be rid of me.
I mean, we're at war, my dude. You're in our territory. Don't get all uppity over us coming at you. Discari's voice carries over the ruined Sarkorian capital. The towering monstrosity is gazing at the gloomy skies of the World Wound. He seems to pay no heed to anything around him. The sound of Discari's voice causes a reaction in radiance. True to its name, it shines brighter and brighter and begins to give off heat. It's as if the sword is silently singing as it prepares for battle. I'll let him monologue.
It's no use, imposter. Your efforts are futile. I heard that even your new mortal weapon, your Crusader leader, laughed at you. The imposter goddess and her imposter instruments. I know what you're made of. Mortal ambitions, mortal frailty, and fear of decay, forever imprinted on mortal souls. Even yours, once mortal Iomade. I have begun with the mortal world, but I will not stop here. The upper planes too shall fall, and I will start my conquest with your heavenly domain. It was a mistake to equate mortals with gods. You were a mistake, imposter. As for your servant, I will begin today's feast with him.
Radiance sends out a wave of light. With joy and fervor, it welcomes the battle. We lost Radiance and gained Radiance. The Demon Lord's howl shakes the earth. Oh no, absolutely not. I would say half of us are gonna die before the battle actually begins. Alright, it's Demon Lord time. Woohoo! What do we got? Discari has nearly 2,000 HP. He's got 59 AC. That's pretty high. Not insurmountably high, but pretty high. He's shaken. What? Discari is shaken? I wonder if it's because we were silent the whole time or if it's because of one of our effects. Oil saving throw succeeded, so yeah, he might have gotten that based off of that. Cool. He shooketh. Alright. Immune to compulsion, poison, charm, death, petrified, movement impairing, ability score damage, drain, halves physical damage from slashing and piercing weapons. Immune to electricity damage. Cannot be affected by dominate person, dominate monster, charming smile, charm whatever, charm or dominate animal, dominate monster, dominate person. No slow, domination, petrified, prone, paralyzed, entangled, difficult terrain, slowed, immobilized, staggered. He hits very hard. He will kill whoever he starts swinging at. Great. Absolutely fantastic. We did 14 damage to Discari. Battle begins. Well, we hit him for 14 damage. You did notice he's not immune to nausea, but what could make him sick, right? Like, that's wild. You know? He is immune to death. I was going to say, technically not immune to mind affecting, but he is immune to death. So, that means Minio gets to do what? She can disintegrate. We're already hasted. Might as well try to disintegrate him. 14 damage, whatever. Okay. Odysseus goes in for an attack. Big miss. Sela. This guy is not a bad target. We are going to Mark of Justice him. Just start swinging.
The inheritor, hide my blade.
Okay, just a little tidbit of information. Just a little owie there. Easy peasy. Try to get the fuck away from him. And we are gonna blast him. What's his touch AC? Only 34. That did something. Yeah, that actually started to do real damage to him. Thanks, Ember, as always, for being able to do that good. We'll inspire some heroics. I don't think that's gonna matter, but we will also give Arushale some damage boost. And we will give her a bit of luck as well. Dispel Greater Magic area. Holy Aura gone. Heroism gone from all of us, basically. That's not good. Attacked Social with a scythe and critically missed. That's actually really, really fortunate for us because he probably would have killed Social. I feel like any hit is, well, maybe not any hit, but I don't feel like we're gonna get many chances against him from a hit standpoint. All right, let's see if with all that we can.
Desna, guide my
Concealment,
hand.
concealment. 41, 35. Okay, well, we're dealing a little bit of stuff there. We Mark of Justice so that we can Magic Missile and hopefully do a bunch of damage. Actually not bad. 21, 20, 20, 23, 22. Yep. So that works against Descari, so that's nice. So, if nothing else, we can chip him down 100 at a time there. Okay, here's Descari's demise. Aha! Running with his tail between his legs. I'm assuming there's going to be like a round 2, phase 2 scenario. A deep moan bellows over the area. It feels as if the very stones of Iz, the ancient ravaged capital of Sarkoris, are crying in pain under the unbearable weight.
Impossible. I am chaos and death. I am the end of times. I cannot be defeated.
He stuck his feet in a blender. Yeah, the Odysseus blender, basically. Although, honestly, Ember did a third of his HP in a single spell, so... A host of emotions burns in Descari's massive compound eyes. Anger that turns into pain, then shock which begets anger once more. And you pick your mythic path. We still haven't... See, the game's definitely not over, because we still haven't dealt with Arilu Borlesh's bullshit. We still don't even have our final mythic path. I will free this land of you, Descari. For a moment, you see in your mind's eye the square in Canabras, where it all began. Except now, you two have switched places. Descari is the one teetering... Oh, I should have shot him with the fucking arrow. Whoops. Descari is the one teetering at the edge of a chasm while you stand firm. The vision fades, but your power responds to it and erupts in a single mighty torrent. Your body tenses. The wound in your chest bursts into flames, bleeding heavily as if trying to kill you, but can this stop you? Now, when you're a step away from victory? No. Rainbow arrows? Cool. Oh, well. He ran. He fucking skedoodled. Skedoodled out of there real hard. Alright, fair enough. Oh, it chunked the map, basically. Alright, well. Onwards we go, I suppose.
I will help where I can.
Storyteller. A familiar figure emerges before you. The storyteller's unseeing eyes are turned towards the city ruins behind you. It appears that, despite his blindness, he perceives something that the rest of you do not. He is gone. He is no more. The Demon Lord has perished. He has freed our realm of his dark presence. This poor city, the capital of a ruined nation. It has become a snare for both demons and mortals. I heard the cries of the dying even before they rang out. They are dead. They have fallen along with the city. But such was the cost of this victory. Oh no, like all the people at the Sword of Valor? What you've accomplished is unheard of, Commander. But you must not squander this chance. Forces have already gathered near Dresden to set out on the last march into the heart of the wound. We await your return. If everyone's waiting for us there, could you please tell them to prepare a victory banquet for us? And tell them Ivu wants a cake. Ivu gives Jarsagax Agamorna Leandre, that fucking name, an indulgent look. Jarcy will have half a cake. Storyteller, what are you doing here? Witnessing a story, Knight Commander. Witnessing a story yet again. And how does it feel being just a witness? The way I see it, you should be making the story if you've got what it takes. Everyone has their part to play. Some must make the story, some must witness it and remember, and some must be there to listen to it afterward. What will Discari do now? He returned to the abyss, to his rasping rifts. He did not return the victor. The great demon lord, the usher of the apocalypse, failed to kill a mortal. He failed. I'm not sure what hurt him more, your power or the realization of his defeat. Discari is arrogant to the point of insanity. It's more likely that he'll bide his time rather than launch another attack and risk everything. While he's recovering, we'll have enough time to complete your mission. Rid us of the world wound. What mortals were you talking about? Who has fallen along with the city? The brave Irabeth fought till the bitter end. This was the last day of her crusade. Many foot soldiers have left us. Who will remember their names? Who will preserve their stories? You mean who? Aren't you the storyteller? Isn't this what you're supposed to do? If only I were an almighty god of tales, I would keep the story of every soul that ever lived on Golarion, the great and the worthless alike, safe in my heart. Every story deserves to be told. My abilities are limited. Alas, a great river of lives flows past me, and most of these lives are bound to be forgotten. Sociel bows his head mournfully. I understand how you feel. How I wish I could capture every face I've seen in this war. Only I had enough paper, enough paint, enough time. Everything is clear to me. Good. Make haste for Dresden, Commander. Your allies are on their way there already. The story is drawing to a close, but it is not over yet. Close.
Here we go.
Interesting.
I can.
Alright, well that was pretty cool. Maybe somewhat anticlimactic, but we did kind of use the... I say we used the Odysseus, but even if we hadn't used Odysseus there, it only would have taken another 2 turns for Ember to drop him. Now, obviously, would he have potentially dropped some people in the meantime? Yeah, potentially. But I mean, other people were doing damage as well. We were kind of like ramping up, so I don't think it would have mattered that much. We want to go to the Bone Hills. So we're gonna teleport to the Castle of Desires. Because we don't want to go do all the other stuff. How'd that work out? We found Queen Galfrey. Farewell is farewell, cleaved heart of Sarkoris. You have become the site of a great battle, of great meetings and partings. We found the Queen, found the Sword of Valor, visited the Temple of Stone Manuscripts. That's it. Still have to do the Secrets of Creation, which we're working towards. Still have to do the DLC. Have Last Steps, return to Dresden. And then we've got the game. We have captured all regions of the World Wound, but we have to develop all the aspects of the Crusade. And the Key Crystal. The Key Crystal resembles crystals used by Aurelia Vorlesh in her laboratory. It is strange to see such an item far away from the magical device with which it likely belongs. So maybe we go back to Aurelia Vorlesh's laboratory with the Key Crystal. See that being a thing. In the meantime, we head to the Bone Hills. I mean, we're done with this, right? Recruiting is not a thing that we have to do. What do we need to do to get logistics and military? The return of the faultless daybreak is a sign that promises victory to the Crusaders. The glow of this holy relic put the commander's gear on the commander's gear will fill the souls of brave warriors with hope and their hands with power. It is necessary to decide on which item it. Heavy flail, a light shield, or scale mail. Go with the scale mail. Defenders of freedom. Don't remember. Build some things, shall we? Yeah, so anything logistics-wise to... Okay, cool. What's that? Cave Citadel. Gonna go to each of these and just be like, build shit, go. Build, go! $4,500. Like 1,000 per? Jesus, how many fucking places? I guess I conquered a lot of stuff in my last, like, little rovings of the map without really caring about it. Hopefully that'll help seal the deal. What to do to get more... Okay. Curious. I don't remember what 540,000. We just built. Yeah, we just built enough. Assuming that we get it when it completes, we just built enough to go up to the next rank. I don't know that that's the final rank. I would assume that it is, but I don't know. How the fuck do we get military? 75,505. Let's look it up real quick. How to increase military rank? Okay, well, that's not helpful. 2-year-old thread. Not especially helpful. Military rank can sometimes freeze due to player error if there's a demon army you were told to defeat but haven't. I don't think I'm stuck. I think I just need to earn. I'm not entirely sure how. So I guess we just keep doing what we do. That's a whole ass dragon. That's a whole ass, like, big dragon. Singular, big, enormous dragon. Holy fuck. That count as one? That's wild. It still only counts as one. Absolutely. Search. Endeavian Cavaliers. I mean, here's the thing, I don't care though, right? I'm just if I'm just trying to... I say that, but I really don't think that that's doing... Oh no, that totally is. Okay, so I just have to sit here and hire a bunch more people. That's kind of... Reminds you of Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen. A dragon takes up the space of 2 soldiers, but in reality, probably a lot more than that. Yep. I love Ogre Battle and putting people into positions like that. Oh. Don't like the idea of having to sit here and do this. Just for the hope of getting... Unhand me, brute. This is a tedious part of the game. I like Heroes of Might and Magic games, but this portion of the game really needs some updates as far as like quality of life controls. But I mean that gave me 10k, so we just need to keep doing that, I suppose. To the Bone Hills! Give me that shake shake. That shake shake. Shake shake. Shake shake. Shake shake. I think I need to go reset Odie's camera. Or maybe it got reset. The white balance on it's definitely, or the exposure is on it, is definitely off.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
You require my unbiased opinion?
We will win this war.
Please, allow me.
Say Chief Assassin. Yeah, okay.
We are the
Well,
light. They are the darkness.
they. Ah, fuck that. Let's go, fam. I'm sleeping after all this, anyways, so very relevant to me.
Mercy for the wicked.
Poor little Ibu died for my hubris, though.
Struggles end here.
Look at this fucking grown Nabasu. Shadow Executioner. Wild sounding. Really? Oh god. Seriously? No, we might actually take damage if things attacked us, but they're always just running away in fear. Oh. Peacemaker. +5 Evil Outsider Bane Hand Axe has its critical threat range increased to 18 to 20. Cool. In addition, whenever the wielder of this hand axe lands a critical hit, the enemy is denied its dexterity bonus to AC for 3 rounds. That's potentially pretty good.
Can't make the demons wait.
Rely on me.
Ah, there it is. The red slabs. Last of the stuff.
I'm prepared. I can do this.
What's with this fucking door to another world scenario going on over here?
Each step is a new journey.
Some Narnia nonsense? Is some restaurant from another world nonsense? We're not gonna worry about it. Pathfinder. Having a hell of a time finding the path today. Alright, well, you know what? I think that might be a pretty good place for us to call it. We accomplished quite a bit tonight. We got... we defended the Sword of Valor. We did a pretty big-ass dungeon. We saved Queen Galfrey. We lost Irabeth, which is sad. I wonder if there was something that we could do to like, I'm not going to change anything, but I do wonder if there was something that we could do to instead get Irabeth. Like, if we had gone directly to the stone manuscript place rather than going to like the Sword of Valor, or rather than like starting getting close enough to start trigger Discari's thing. I wonder if that would have potentially saved Irabeth. I'm gonna live with my choices, but I am curious, so I might look that up later. But yeah, we did that. We fought Tarindalev, although I think that kind of fell flat for me a little bit because we hadn't really heard about undead Tarindalev up to this point, right? So like Tarindalev being turned against us would be more impactful, one, if we hadn't watched Tarindalev die at the very beginning of the game, and that had been a year and a half ago. But also because the last thing related to Tarindalev we did questline-wise was a long, long time ago in the game. So that fell a little flat for me. I would have probably wanted them to bring, if they wanted it more impactful, like when we got back from the Abyss, Tarindalev was like, undead Tarindalev was attacking Dresden, or part of the attack on Dresden, and we killed the others, but we just drove undead Tarindalev away, right? Like, that would be cool, because that would put her back into a top-of-mind kind of position. And then the Discari fight happened. The Discari fight was somewhat anticlimactic, but I was kind of expecting that it was going to be that way, that it was either going to be really tough as nails and kind of almost feeling unfair, or we were going to do a whole lot of burst damage and he was going to die. So I think it's just part of the way that the game works, in that the design, it's kind of like playing a TTRPG, right? Like, it's a very careful line between the players stomping things and being stomped, right? And if you put in a bunch of game mechanics, that's that's dice, right? But if you put in a bunch of game mechanics in this type of game that allow for kind of like min-maxing and power gaming and type of stuff, it becomes easier to kind of like break the game. So we haven't. I don't think we've broken the game by all stretch of any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I guess Odysseus is bugged, so that's broken. But I don't. Like I said, I don't think that would have mattered. It just might have, meant that we had to resurrect 1 or 2 people. But I think we still would have downed him with relative ease. I don't know. Maybe if he kept dispelling us, if he had like a turn or 2 more to dispel us and got a lot of our stuff off, it suddenly would have been more of an issue. But either way, it was still cool to fight him. I feel like I don't know if I feel like I made bad choices in Is or leading up to Is, but it does feel like either I made bad choices or the game is kind of like pigeonholing us into that, oh, we're gonna make you feel bad, right? Like we gotta you're feeling too heroic for yourself. We gotta remind you that you don't get to win everything. People die. Blah 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 blah. Right, like made bad choices, or they're trying to pigeonhole it, or they could be trying to lead up to something, but I have been noticing a trend, and it might just be my personal time with the game, but it is feeling like there are more quest lines and more things towards the end of this game that feel less polished than the ones at the beginning of the game do. So I am somewhat curious as to whether or not that's just a me thing, or if that other people actually feel that or not. And I don't think it's everything, but I do feel like that conversation with Galfrey, for example, right? Like she kind of popped off with let me lay Erebeth's soul to rest first. And then it was just like, okay, well, let's go. Was like the option, right? So it felt a little disjointed. It just like I was saying, it feels like some of the quests at the end of the game are less polished than quests at the beginning of the game. I might be imagining that, but that's just kind of like the feeling I've been getting. Anyways, still had fun. Feels like we're getting closer and closer. We have a couple of quests. We're probably gonna try to do the whole Secrets of Creation thing next time. Knock that out. And then maybe we'll do some DLC. I'm not sure. I'm hesitant to go back to Dresden, right, until we've got most, if not all, of the things done, because I don't know, right, if heading back to Dresden is like, okay, well, that's the end. So where are we at right now? We're at we're over here in Bone Hills. We've got somewhere over here, Brenda Lev's lair, Gravestone Rock, Trapper. Where was Knapsack on a Tree, Extirpator's Camp, Befouled Arrows? Where was Arelu's? There it is. There's Arelu's laboratory. We'll probably go back to Arelu's laboratory to see if maybe that key thing does anything there. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we've got stuff going on. I wonder if this is gonna be like the place, because I think we're gonna have to go to whatever prison Arelu was at when she made the world run. I think that's going to be like the last location. Alright, I'm hemming and hawing. That's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.